Hello, people of YouTube. We're back for the Uncut Podcast with Robozxy. And we've got Alex again. Say hello, Alex.
Hello.
And we've got someone else. We've got YouTube royalty here.
Yeah, Simple Joe.
Simple Joe, who's kindly came in just to spice it up a bit. Joe, how much do you know about gaming?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1.
Okay, that's, well,
Nice.
at least you're on for scale.
Yeah.
Last time we had a really lengthy discussion about Far Cry. Far Cry's now came out. Alex has been sweating that instead of doing his uni work.
That's true.
How good is it? Does it live up to the hype?
In every way, shape, and form, yeah. Like, considering how a lot of people, we're very hyped for it, it is just the best Far Cry game since Far Cry 3, without doubt.
Have you played any of Far Cry 3 yet, or are you just focusing on Far Cry 5?
Far Cry 3 isn't out yet.
Oh, okay.
That comes out summer.
To be fair, that's pretty good, because it will allow people to
get
just
through
play
Far Cry 5,
play
then
Far
they
Cry.
can, play Far Cry 3.
Well, what you've been saying to me, I will probably buy it. Probably wait till summer when it goes down in price.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because I have no money.
Yeah, no.
Do you know much about Far Cry, Joe?
Far Cry. I think I played Far Cry 3.
That is the
Is
best
it,
one.
wait, it's the game where you go around like...
Far Cry
it's kind
3
of
had the
turbo
bad
time.
guy with the mohawk.
Yeah, that. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to play that a lot, but that's only the one I played on
Wow.
Far Cry.
Play Far Cry 5.
Is it good?
Yeah,
Well
yeah.
worth
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
Far Cry
Really
4
good.
was alright, but nowhere near to standards Far Cry
No.
3. Then Primal,
Primal was really good. It just flew under the radar because it was a bit,
yeah.
out there.
But this does look good, and I'll hopefully be buying it. But I need to save my money for Spider-Man, which has now got a release date, September 7th. Oh, I cannot wait. Oh, you can't buy it, you're Xbox Scrum.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you also Xbox Scrum? He
Yeah.
is. So I'll be the only one here. I'll be the only one here playing it.
Well, you
I
can
can't wait for that. That looks for it. Just the last superhero game I had was Injustice,
Very good game.
and that's
Wait,
it's
one
a
or
good
two?
the first one. And that's a good game, but it does get quite a bit repetitive.
Yeah, if you're not into fighting
Any of those
games,
fighting games, and I do enjoy those fights. I have done Street Fighter and all that, but
Yeah.
with this,
this is like Arkham,
Yeah.
but for Spider-Man, basically.
and then I really hope it's exactly the same. Well, not exactly the same, but very similar to the PlayStation 2 Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Just
That is
then
the
it will
best
be.
Spider-Man game.
Because the only PS4 game I've had that's starting to the top 10 games I've ever played is GTA, but that's like PS3 and PS4. The rest of them aren't really top 10. I'm hoping this Spider-Man and Red Dead, when it comes out,
Yeah.
will get into that top 10. And will not knock Mod Nation Racers out of there, because that's been in there for too long.
Wow. I mean,
Anything else about Far Cry?
just buy it. Really good game. Shakes it up in a number of ways. That's really worthwhile.
Maybe, Joe, you can review Far Cry for your channel, since you've turned
It's
into a review channel.
Yeah, that's not actually a bad idea. I need to go more, reviews on Xbox coming out. So, if you want me to, it can come out.
I see, I've been with it. Simple Joe's take on... Now, Xbox, they don't really have a virtual reality.
No, I tried over Easter virtuality. It was really, really good.
I feel like with virtual reality, PlayStation, when it first came out, I said I would only get it if it was about 200 quid, and it was over 400 quid. So
Yeah.
it's,
I think it's is it 300 now?
yeah, I'm still not buying it, it's going down. And I feel like the only games it will be good for is racing games and horror games. Like
Yeah.
The Evil Within or Resident Evil,
Resident
whatever.
Evil's
Resident
VR,
Evil
yeah,
VR, that would be
Well-
very good to play. Or even just little party games like golf and all that.
But when I tried it, I tried London Heist, which was really, really
Yeah.
good, but it's just a very short, this is what VR can do. But now, the most fun game I played was Job Simulator, which is like a party kind of take the mick game. That was really fun. But I feel like you have an announcement
Well-
that might change this, but at the moment, the games are just not good enough, I don't
If
think.
there is one game that will make me buy virtual reality, it
Yeah.
would either be any of the GTAs, just then I will live my life as my
That
GTA
would be quite
character
cool, yeah.
and never come out to the real world. But Rick and Morty, virtual reality, that will be out very soon, and there is reviews of it out now. I saw this a while ago thinking, oh my god, they're making a Rick and Morty game, and the only way they could have made it better was be in VR.
So what is this game? What's it sort of say about it?
What does it... Well, IGN have said... The 2 to 3 hour story isn't as epic in the show's stronger episodes, but the clever writing waves together with the various activities into a fun jog through a well-developed universe or two. Performances from the show's cast, including like the main guys, help carry over the series of nostalgic, brutally honest tone, and I feel like you will be going on quite a few. It would be like episodes, but you're in the episode, and I feel like the stuff you do will help.
I mean, is it going to be more a bunch of mini games within?
I would assume so, instead of it being one massive
game.
Yeah. I mean, I look at the graphics, and the graphics remind me a bit of, the Nickelodeon game on PS2. The one where you could be SpongeBob or Patrick or Timmy Turner. Or the graphics remind me of that, and that wasn't really like... That had a story to it, but that was just more, here's a level, you're SpongeBob this level, do this stuff.
Then
you're Timmy Turner or whatever. And that's just... I will only buy VR when it gets down to 200 quid.
Yeah, I think 150 is probably...
The only game, they need to start bringing out the mainstream games for VR.
I think the big thing for VR is they need to bring out games that are fully made for VR. Because I think Skyrim VR, that doesn't seem like the best. It seems like the kind of thing where it would have been better if they stripped the combat out and just had it be, hey Skyrim, have a look around. But I know like Superhot VR and Doom VFR, like they're like the top rated VR games because they're made specifically for VR.
But if you have an open world VR game, they need to figure out a better way of needing to like scoot yourself to move all that.
Well, I think the teleport thing that they have going in most VR games, I think is a good enough idea. They just say if they did a sci-fi open world like Mass Effect-y, that kind of sort of thing. It'd be really cool to have the teleport actually be part of your character's abilities, opposed to, oh, I'm Ethan from Resident Evil, just blink, 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 and like, because it's just a bit stupid, really.
What about you, Joe? What do you think about VR in general?
I've actually never been on VR at all in my life. I actually haven't.
Have you not even...
Not even them like phone things one.
What, the cardboard ones?
Yeah. No, I've actually never been on it. I mean, like...
Have you? So you've never watched like a YouTube video?
Oh no, I've seen what I know what it's all about. Like,
so like the 360.
360 and how you move
just
and all that.
No games.
I've just actually physically never done it myself, anything. But no, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like that, I would agree with Alex with the horror stuff. The horror stuff looks better, but like you were saying, all the like combat and all that.
Yeah.
I don't think maybe would work as well.
I feel like a lot of people will buy VR if a big game goes.
Yeah.
It will be normal and it will be VR, so you can be the character, and you'll be it from their you'll be in the world, submersed in the world.
I mean, I think VR at the moment is just one of those things. You should definitely try it because it's a really cool experience.
I mean, a lot of my lot said it won't. Not that it won't take off, but I think in about 10, 15 years' time, VR will be the new way to play games.
I just think it's got a very long journey.
Like,
I mean, because one of the games I played on VR, motion sickness, completely. Like within 5 minutes, I had to stop because it was just. I think one of the big things is I think VR games need to sort out when they're not linear.
Yeah.
Because when you have the ability to just walk around and do whatever you want, it's just so weird. The sort of, like, you're moving completely and utterly, and yet you're not. Oh, it's a very weird feeling.
And also, a big nostalgia news out last week. Spyro's coming back.
For Xbox, which makes me very
does
happy.
Joe actually know about Spyro?
Well, I used to play on PS1. PS1 and Manans, I used to play on that all the time.
Yeah, I played Spyro on the Game Boy.
Played that.
So you had the game where you play Crash Karting, like Crash Bandicoot Karting, and then you could choose to play the Spyro game.
I don't know if I had that. I had a Spyro game on the Game Boy, and it was really good. So I'm very excited for this one.
Back in the day, those games were like, oh, this is so fun. But because of the competition now, I feel like the only way these games are successful is because of the nostalgia. Because, Ratchet and Clank, I got that for PS4 a few weeks ago.
No.
And it is very enjoyable. Some bits are challenging. But then I think of, like, Mafia 2 for PS3 and how, like,
That's a
the
great
landscape, like, the story,
Yeah, that is a great game.
what you had to do there is just so much more complex and so much more enjoyable than the old games.
I don't know. I think Spyro is one I'm actually, because with obviously the last big nostalgia thing was Crash.
Yeah.
I haven't got that. I don't really plan to get it just because it looks so ridiculously hard. But I think Spyro is cool because, for me anyway, I didn't actually play any of them.
Yeah.
So being able to play it just with it looking like a new game.
Yeah,
really
and
awesome. So I think
there
is a market
Have you
for...
looked at the compare? Like, this is
they're
what it
amazing,
was.
yeah.
It is.
I think there's definitely a market for people who, especially with Spyro, because it's quite an old game
Yeah.
compared to some of the ones that they remaster where it's like, oh, we're remastering a game that came out a year ago. Like,
Yeah.
these kind of games are ones that a lot of people could have missed, which I think gives it even more
Well, I
life,
thought
not
all-
just with nostalgia.
Just what? PS1 came out 95, so
Yeah.
Spyro would have been out around then. Most people playing games now are 12-year-olds who would have been born, 2005, 6?
Yeah, something like that.
So
yeah.
and even
God,
then,
God.
I mean, that was like Game Boy era, and
Yeah.
you're still playing Spyro, but they would have been too young to play it, and now they can relive what a lot of elder people love. Like, Crash Bandicoot for PS1 was the first game I ever played on the PS1.
Yeah.
My dad's mate gave us his PS1 before this game, so we had Crash, Tomb Raider 3, Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets,
Mate,
Worms
the Harry
Open
Potter
War.
games,
Yeah,
they need a
and
remaster.
they were all great,
They
but
were
Crash
great.
is the one that I remember the most.
Yeah.
And the one characters, when I heard they were when the PS4 came out, it was like, oh, it's Crash come back. And
Yeah.
when they, 4 years later, it's back. I still haven't got it, so I thought I'd wait for it to go down in price.
That's fair, yeah.
And I cannot wait to relive the Crash days.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the first Crash game I played was Wrath of Cortex, which was, I think, where it stopped being as difficult, because I think that's when Naughty Dog came off
Yeah.
of it. So I never played the original.
Did you play for
three.
one of... I had one for PSP when they were in a theme park, and you've got all the different areas for theme parks for different levels. So it was
I
like
didn't play that one,
races.
no.
That was...
That sounds pretty cool.
I just kept resetting it, like new game. Just, it was just so good.
Yeah.
Like skins, new cars and all of that. So there's our 3 topics of games on the Uncut Podcast. We haven't talked about movies a lot. We have 2. I haven't watched Ready Player One yet. I was planning to watch that, never
I
did.
think I'm going to see that soon, hopefully. So when I've seen it,
We can talk about that.
yeah.
Did you say you saw the new Tomb Raider?
I have seen the new Tomb Raider, and I think it was really good. I think, well, a lot of reviewers have slated it, but there's no denying the script is not the best. But especially for people who've played the new games, it's really, really good. The action's brilliant. Alicia Vikander is amazing as Lara Croft, and the story, even though the dialogue's not very well written, there's some pretty good plot twists that I won't spoil. That as someone who's played the game, I didn't see these twists coming. They change the sort of backstory for the game in a way that makes the film even more enjoyable for people who play the game.
Any good films you've seen recently, Joe?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, when you think of something there, a film I've seen recently, it's got to be that's ages ago, The last film I actually watched was Star Wars.
Great
no,
film.
I enjoyed that. Even though a lot of people saying that's bad.
Excited for Solo? Anyone?
No.
Alex,
probably
one
will
of the
be,
one of the biggest Star Wars fans I know.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for all the hype to die down and for it to just be forgotten about.
My issue with Solo is very simple. I don't think the actor they've got is anywhere near good enough. And why are they doing it? So Han Solo
for money,
is
for money.
iconic. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
obviously,
they're doing it for money. They're able to bring new characters into it. So new characters mean more action figures,
Yeah,
more collector
obviously.
cards, more
No, I get why they
more
do it,
merchandise,
but-
which leads to more money.
Yeah. One of my big issues is Lando,
Yeah,
who's played by, is it Donald Glover?
yeah.
I think so. Yeah. That he looks really good in it, and they've cast him really well. I think if they did a film about Lando, who we don't really know much about, that'd be awesome.
But my problem with they brought out the new trailer. My problem with the trailer, they ended it thinking Chewie's hanging out for Millennium Falcon, and it looks like he's about to bash into a rock, a big boulder on I mean, it's they end it there Oh my God, what's going to happen? We know Chewie's in every single film. We know he's still alive. So don't try and go, oh, is Chewie or not? Just we all know. But my problem with these films, we know Han's not gonna die. We know Chewie's not gonna die.
Lando's
not gonna die. The people that will die are people we will only find out about in this film,
and we won't care enough about them. I think just as well, like, my issue is that they've changed his backstory in ways that I just don't agree with. Like, the fact that, because I know he's always been linked to the Imperial, you know, the Empire, but they've changed something about his backstory to, like, he was like, oh, I can't be doing with the Imperials anymore, whereas, like, the backstory was really something different. I don't find the actor convincing enough. When he said a line in one of the first trailers, and I was like, "You're not Han. That's not Han."
But one bit in the trailer that did make me laugh is Han flying, and he goes, "I've got a good feeling about this."
That's quite funny.
Instead of it being
funny.
So
I mean, I'll still go see it, even though I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Well, you can't slate it if you don't see it.
Exactly. So when I've seen it, I'll slate it even more. But
we'll draw this to a conclusion, and like at the end of every episode, something to watch. What people should watch. And I've been sweating, binge watching Parks and Recreation on Amazon Prime.
I've heard that's good.
What a show! Oh my God, it's funny. It's a great cast. I mean, Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Oh, what a man! What a legend! And for someone who loves The Office like me, Parks and Recreation is very up there, and I would tell you all, if you can, go watch that.
But where are you watching that on?
Amazon Prime.
Ah, damn it.
Do I need to find somewhere legal? And so, that draws the end. It's a goodbye from Alex.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from Joe.
In a bit.
Go subscribe to Simple Joe.
Thank you.
This has been Robozxy. Please subscribe, like, follow me on Twitter, and until next time, good night and God bless.
Hey!